Well, Carmen, it's very nice to have the opportunity to talk with you. You have just joined KPMG in Costa Rica, and you were just telling me about the implications of Costa Rica joining the OECD. Fascinating stuff. Tell me more.
Yes, Rodney, thanks a lot for the opportunity. I was talking to you about how good it is for foreign investors doing business in Costa Rica. The fact that Costa Rica was recently invited to join the OECD as its 38th member. This is a journey that we as a country started back in 2013. Several recommendations were done to the country to improve the investment climate. Several laws are already in place, and several administrative reforms have been put in place also in order to be admitted as a new member to the OECD. And I personally think that this is a good news to other KPMG partners and professionals, as well as for the community, in order to consider Costa Rica as a next step for doing business in our country.
So what do you think, it might mean for foreign investors as they look at Costa Rica? Is this going to change the tax profile of the country, do you think? Or is it going to change the way businesses think about their operations in Costa Rica? What do you think is going to happen?
Generally speaking, of course, the country will provide foreign investors and companies already doing business in the country, providing more legal certainty. But I think that the most important part is that being member of the OECD is kind of a self-approval that the country will provide a fair play, promoting trades, promoting good practices for doing business, so that companies can have more motivation of getting the best of their investments in Costa Rica. And from the tax perspective, I think that also would be positive for multinational companies, since their investments will be receive a kind of clearance from other tax systems of more developed countries.
That's fascinating, Carmen. And if you had a couple of pieces of, I don't know, advice or insight for foreign investors currently who are looking at their Costa Rican operations, what would those couple of ideas be?
I think that it is important as a recommendation to review the substance of the transactions and the entities that are already established in the country, since Costa Rica has committed to transparency and to fight against aggressive tax planning. So in first instance, for companies already established in Costa Rica, our first recommendation will be to review the substance of those transactions and to rewrite whatever is necessary and to take advantage of the new level of the country at least in Latin America. And for investors looking for places to do business, Costa Rica is a good target, since this self-approval that the OECD provides will mean for them, as I said, more legal certainty, but also a better climate for doing business, being sure that the laws, regulations, and administrative processes will follow best practices according to OECD members and other countries contributing to these recommendations.
Well, just fascinating. Well, that sounds like the future is very bright in Costa Rica. And I'm sure that means that you're going to be very busy. I'd like to welcome you to the team, Carmen, and thank you for spending some time with me today.
Thank you, Rodney.